All right, let's move on to this now as the country gears up to the 2024 elections. So are those who are in our prisons. The Department of Justice and Correctional Services overseeing that voter registration drive at some of the country's correctional facilities. And that's where we find Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala, who is in Sun City. I assume still Nqobile, and perhaps important to mention that those who find themselves in prisons are also allowed to vote.
Yes, Polly. In fact, I can tell you that over 50 people have already registered, and this is the first day, you must remember, of the voters registration for those that are incarcerated here in Sun City. And just Sun City alone has seen those numbers. And of course, the numbers will gradually grow as they go to other prisons. We understand that there's about over 130,000 people that are eligible to vote who are inmates. I want to bring in our IEC to give us an idea, because we know this process is quite lengthy. But what sort of challenges do you face when you start this process?
Well, the most important thing is to realize that this is a security institution, and therefore there are certain regulations and protocols that must be adhered to so that security of the system is not compromised. So we've got to function within that discipline as the IEC. But I must indicate that we've had a very good working relationship in planning this with the Department of Correctional Services. Hence, the process is working well. Party agents are here as they should to observe, and our staff is here, and they've been at it since yesterday. In Medium A, where we started yesterday, we had 32 persons who registered yesterday. Today is going on very well. We are over 70 people who have already registered in the last 2 hours or so. So we are quite comfortable with the progress that has been made here.
And I understand that, like you're saying, that there are some challenges within the space, but there are challenges outside of the space as well, where we find that there are communities with no addresses. How do you deal with that? Actually,
as we speak, 97% of everybody who's on the voters roll, we have either a full address or details of the ordinary residence where those people live. So the 3% for whom we still don't have addresses doesn't mean they lose their franchise rights. They still are entitled to vote like everybody else. The only difference is that they must provide details of their place of residence on election day before they cast their vote. So there's a law that provides for that. So everybody is accommodated in that way.
Thank you very much. I want to bring in the Deputy Minister. Deputy Minister, like the IEC saying, it's not quite an easy process to go through what is taking place here. But what are you looking at this very moment?
Well, at this moment we have decided with the Minister to visit the voting stations in some of our centers in order to satisfy ourselves that everyone has been given an opportunity in terms of information as a prisoner, that they are entitled to vote, and that they have their identity documents, that if they don't have them, we have encouraged the families to make sure that they bring those documents over so that they can be registered in terms of the regulations applicable in the law. We are here therefore to ensure that those who want to come and register, being in possession of this identity document showing that they are South African citizens, are allowed to come here, and that if there are parties that are interested in observing the processes, they are allowed to do so, provided that they abide by the conditions that have been set down by the centers.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Deputy Minister. They're just giving us an idea in terms of how this process takes place fully. Now I'm going to bring in some of the people that are in this prison in Sun City that have gotten that opportunity. We were just having a conversation before we went off live that you've been voting for quite some time. Perhaps give us an idea what this means for you.
Well, it's very much important for me to be able to be given an opportunity to vote as much as I'm here in a place of incarceration. I must really thank the government to give us the opportunity to vote, because it is very much important for us to vote so that we'll be able to select and elect the right representative for us in the parliament to take care of us.
Before you come here?
Yeah, I voted. I voted since 1994, and I voted all the elections. Even when I came here, I think it was 2019, I also voted here. So, yeah, no, I've been voting since we were given the opportunity. You must remember that we've never voted since we started voting in 1994. So, since 1994, and I think I'll vote until I die. Thank you very much.